Hello, Justin Harp here. This is my math zine, and this is my brain after learning math. Uh, so I initially was born in America, but I did grow up in the Philippines, and there's just a stark difference between like Asian education and American education. And like Asian education, we'd be learning about algebra on like our first year in high school, and like in America, I actually learned algebra again for whatever reason in like my third year of high school. So I was like doing super well in math, but that's just because the American system was kind of lagging behind. In like Philippines, I was just an average student, but here I'm just like excelling. So yeah, with math, it feels really good to just put the numbers into the formula and then everything would just work out. But like with other classes, like my language classes like Tagalog or English or heck, even Mandarin, it would just be so hard. Like it's a genuine struggle because like there's no formula for like language. You can't just plug in the subject verb and whatnot and it would just work. It's That's why I just loved math. And you might consider that robotic, but I really did enjoy having like one formula and one answer because I excelled at it. Like I said, like Philippines, our math was way ahead, so in America I was just kind of running laps around the other students. Now in Philippines, we value mental math a lot because we weren't even allowed calculators, even like in the harder math classes. Here in America, you'd see a calculator left and right on some of the easier classes. Because of this, like in America, and even sometimes in Philippines, I would often have the answer first as soon as I see the question. And then like I'd write down the answer and then because like in America or in Philippines, well wherever, they require you to like show your solution so you get points for it. So like it's so weird. I would write the answer first and then I would write up the solution afterwards just so I could get points for it. Because if you don't have a solution, then you just get no points for it. So I was like answer first, solution later. And I believed in like trial and error. I keep pushing like that same formula that was provided by the teacher until I got the right answer. It worked for math, physics, anywhere really that had a formula. I also believe that my ways were better on parts where the solution was not required. I just cut out some steps or did whatever came to mind. I mean, that obviously didn't work 100% of the time, but it was way faster. And it was really needed when like tests were like really time limited. I don't want to be that stereotype, but yeah, in the Philippines, education is held to like a high regard. Most of Asia, to be honest. After our scores came, we would check on each other's tests. We'd compare. We'd see who got the higher score and all that. But America, it's kind of like scores are something to be ashamed of. Even like if you did get a high grade, I don't know. It's just a difference in culture, I guess. So like I keep mentioning, I excelled in high school. Mostly because like teachers tell me what to do, and I just do as I'm told. It's easy following orders and rules. And like crazy stories like back when I was like doing algebra, which I already did in my first year of high school and I'm doing again in third year. I was already done with like the month's homework, like sometimes on the day that I got the homework, if not the month of. Because there's like a lot of free time in Americans classes where I could literally just do another class's homework while I'm paying attention to the class. It's like, yeah, I like sometimes on the same day that we got like a whole big package of math homework, I'm already done with it like by the end of the day. And like it's pretty easy, like finding like how to solve math online, like Khan Academy or something, and I just apply the formulas I get from there, and then bam, I'm already done with the month's homework. So like I'm good at following rules, but that's what made college so hard for me because it kind of made me have to think for myself. Not saying that Asian education makes you think like that, but I myself just like following whatever was set down for me, following the rules. So now, like, what about the future? Like, I'm kind of a pretty robotic guy in terms of math, and like everything about the new way that math is done in America is just so different, especially these New Year's. Like, my niece, that's how I learned about subitizing when I was like doing her homework or helping her with it. Yeah, I always knew there was more than one way of doing stuff, but since I did my own way most of the time, but it feels weird that I'm gonna be teaching kids to think for themselves when even like some people I know in college, especially me, is finding it hard to do that. I mean, even now I'm still kind of like hung. Like, people still debate whether Common Core is good or not, and I'm just not putting my opinion out there. But yeah, that's a common opinion. Uh, I guess I'm just kind of scared since the future is just so uncertain. I feel like teaching them the new way is definitely better. I mean, you're teaching kids how to think for themselves. Of course, it's better. But I'm kind of just scared that teaching them invalidates my way of thinking and just saying that it's wrong. But then again, I could teach them my way after letting them come to their own conclusion so I don't take over their thinking. But I highly doubt that I'll ever have time to do that. A message for other math educators. Wait, when I mean like I could teach them my way, like I mean my old ways. Not like I'm gonna be following by the book. Just wanted to clear that up. A message for other math educators. I might be right, I might be wrong, but I do know that I'm going my own path. You should do as long as you don't go off the deep end. To my understanding, the Common Core standards is like there to like make sure that we follow along and like we hit the good milestones, but it's not an ironclad rule. We can teach a little bit with a little bit of freedom, but yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. If you feel like you might mess up your math lessons due to your own bias like me, then do some research, as I have learned some new stuff in these classes that I never would have even thought about before, like subitizing, manipulatives, and finding your own solutions. Uh, yeah, I don't know, just basically think for yourself, kind of like the whole reason why this whole new math is popping up. And these are my citations, and that's about it. Thank you and good night.